Chuck Diesel.
A woman don't care nothing about you being a nice guy, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got to think about how often a man says, I was a nice guy to a woman, and she was the most wonderful thing in the world to me. I was a nice guy to her. I let her walk all over me. I held my peace when she was disrespecting me. I took all kind of crap off her, man. I took all types of crap off her. I let her say what she want to say, do what she want to do, man. The whole time I was just Mr. Nice Guy. And that woman is still with me now, man, loving my dirty draws. Anything I ask her to do, she'll do it. Anything I tell her to do, she'll do it. I don't complain about no intimacy or nothing, man. She give it to me whenever I want it. Now, how many nice guys you never heard say that? How many nice guys have you ever heard say, man, no matter what I do to her, she keep coming back for more. She keep begging me to be with her. She keep begging me. She's saying she'll leave her man for me. How many nice guys you ever heard say, man, she say she'll leave that thug for me. She'll leave that cat that make her work hard just to be in a relationship to be with me, and I'll just take her any way she come. You ain't never heard it. And you know why you ain't never heard it? Because a woman don't care nothing about you being a nice guy, bruh. And that's the reality of it. She don't care nothing about it. See, let me ask y'all a question right here, man. How many dudes do you know that's still cool with their ex-wife family years down the line? I'm talking about best friends with their ex-wife brother still years down the line. Best friends with the ex-girlfriend cousin still years down the line. Still go fishing with the ex-wife daddy years down the line. Still go through on Sunday dinner every Sunday when his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife mama cooked dinner. Still riding down to the country on the holidays to go hang out with her family. How many dudes you know like that? Now let me ask you this. How many women you know that's still cool with their ex-man family? Still hanging out with his sisters. Still got a wonderful relationship with his mama. Such a wonderful relationship with his mama that his mama telling her that she did the right thing by breaking up with that fool. How many times have you heard of a woman in that situation where the ex-dude family still love her like they still treat her the same? She can call them when she need them. Hell, she can rely on them as much as he can. See what I'm saying? A woman don't care nothing about you, bruh. You crazy if you believe she does. A woman care about what you provide for her. See, we can't keep looking at the situation saying something wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it unless you ain't gonna accept it. You got to accept that that's the reality. A woman don't care nothing about you. She care about what you can provide. Whether she needs you to provide some emotional, or she needs you to provide some financial, or she needs you to provide some sexual. Whatever she needs you to provide, that's all she care about. And the moment she finds somebody else who can provide it better than you, boy, you gone. A woman don't care nothing about you, bruh. If y'all can hear me loud and clear, put a 1 in the chat, man, if you can hear me loud and clear. A woman don't care nothing about you, homie. Nothing. Man, let me tell you something. A woman will marry you with the express intent of breaking you up from half of your wealth. I'm talking about a woman will marry you with the intent. Before you even pop the question, she already pressuring you to pop the question. So on the back end, she can divorce you and take half of what you got. Now I've heard, I said this once in a group. I was doing a speaking engagement, and I said this once in a group, and a woman had a question at the end of that speaking engagement. And she said, most black men ain't got no money. And I said, you know what? It depends on what you consider money. Because most white men ain't got no money either. But let me tell y'all, brother, something. A woman who does that with the intent of breaking you will always try to push the narrative that she did it because you lied or cheated. See what I'm saying? She'll always try to push the narrative that she was abused. But let me tell you something. Most men who are willing to marry a woman in this society, in this modern Western society, most men who are willing to legally marry a woman, ain't gonna cheat on her, ain't gonna lie to her, ain't gonna control her, ain't gonna manipulate her, ain't gonna dominate her, ain't gonna do that. He gonna genuinely love her and treat her like a queen. The majority of men, the overwhelming majority of men who are willing to legally marry a woman today are straight-laced do-boys who worship the ground women walk on. So they don't lie, cheat, or control women. They do whatever a woman wants them to do to put a smile on her face. Those are the women who get bored and flock to the alpha energy. That's the reality of it. I ain't making this up, man. I'm telling you what's real. See, let me tell you the difference between the olden days, as they call them, and now. See, that was a time before women had many rights or they couldn't maneuver around society the way they do now. Women were in a situation where they were stuck with their dads in their father's home until their father could marry them off into some more wealth. Their father was wealthy. Their father waited until he could marry them off into some wealth. He wasn't going to marry them off to a poor cat. There's never been a situation where the poor cat got the best of women. Unless you're looking at a Hollywood movie like that sucky movie Titanic. If you're looking at that, she has always been given off to men of substance. That's how she's wired. It's always been that. So the fact that we talk about hypergamy, we give it a name, man, it ain't called no hypergamy. It's just the way women have always been. I don't understand why we have to give a label to everything that women do. Everything women do, we give them a label for it. Like, why are we surprised that Amarion's baby mama got with his homie? I know all of y'all have been in a situation where your homie old lady was throwing it at you. I'm talking about pretty much throwing it at you like a pitcher. All you had to do was hold your hand up and catch it like a catcher. All you had, and she was throwing strikes. All you had to do was hold your hand up. You ain't even have to give it a sign for the fastball. She was throwing you the fastball. I know y'all done had that experience, or you done had the experience on the opposite end where your girlfriend was throwing your homie the fastball. There's only two kind of men in the world. A man who has gotten approached or maybe even had sex with his homie's girlfriend, or the man whose girlfriend has approached or had sex with his homie. Those are the only two men in this society. You are one of those two men. Trust me, whether you know it or not, you are one of those two men. I mean, unless you just haven't had any relationship experience, but I'm talking about men who have had relationship experience. You are one of those two men. And neither one of those men is good. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Karma comes back. That's why I ain't in a relationship right now. I know karma come back to me, but I knocked down a whole bunch of these old ladies. I already know karma coming back for me, but I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the reason I'm out of a relationship. I mean, they just don't work. They're not up to par. So let me tell you something, man. Whenever a woman has the slightest inkling that the grass is green on the other side, she's on to the other side. She ain't got to test the grass. All she got to do is think that the grass is possibly greener on the other side. And she's going to the other side. The grass ain't even got to be green. The grass can be yellow and brown as hell over there. She don't care. If she thinks the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, she gonna put a trampoline by that fence. She ain't gonna even touch the fence. She gonna bounce off that trampoline and land on the other side of the fence, probably on another man wood. You see what I'm saying? This is just how it goes, man. All she has to do is think. She don't have to think. All she has to do is fantasize that the grass is green on the other side. Now, the thing is this right here. You also have to think about this. If you're on the other side where she thinks the grass is greener, you also have to keep this in mind. A woman who comes from one side of the fence to the other side initially is not coming to stay. She's coming to get some of that good grass to hold her over so she can go back over to the other side until she needs some more of that good grass. So I don't want you to think that just because you're knocking down another man old lady or another man girlfriend or another man significant other that you are in the winner's seat. You're not. You're being used worse than he is. At least he's getting everything she has to offer. All you getting is her sex. He's getting everything else she has to offer. She goes to work to contribute to his household. She cooks dinner at his household. She takes care of his children. She's there daily for his needs to be met. You don't use her, she uses you. When you are the outside man or the side dude, the woman is using you to fill in the gaps for what she can't get at home. So it's much more negative. Now think about how negative is it to be a married man, a legally married man in this day's society. How negative is that? None of us look forward to that. But the man who's even worse than him is the side dude who 9 times out of 10 ain't getting nothing but some sex. And I know some beta male gonna come and say, well, that's all I want from the woman, Dr. B.O.A. I don't want nothing else from the woman but the sex. That's all she got to offer me is the sex. Man, let me tell you something, bro. It ain't about all you need. It's about you willingly being used. It's about you willingly being used. So what if all you want is sex from women? Go get some sex from a single woman. A single woman is using you for sex and you using her for sex. That's all it is. But you got access to her. You got first dibs on her. If you ain't got, man, let me tell y'all something right now. If you ain't got first dibs on a woman, she the wrong woman for you to be dealing with. I cut women loose. If I ain't, man, let me tell you something. If I ain't got first dibs on a woman, I'm gonna cut her loose. I'm talking about over her children, over everybody, over her mama, over everybody. If I meet a woman, man, she got a child, man, and she put her child before me, man, I'm not finna talk to her no more. I'm just that self-centered. I'm just that spoiled, nigga. You understand? I'm just that willing to pull her away from any other thing she got to have to put me first. If a woman can't put me, see, I don't have a problem with single mothers. I don't have a problem with a woman with a child. My problem with a woman with a child is she can't put me first. Any woman that can't put me first, I'm not going to deal with her. Doesn't matter who she is. Doesn't matter what she brings to the table. If I don't have first dibs on everything she brings to the table, I'm not dealing with her. So it's impossible for me to be a side dude. You understand? And this is real talk right now, man. I'm not planning on doing this, but if I get with your old lady, I'm taking her. You're gonna be the side dude after that. I'm not gonna be the side dude to her. If I get your old lady home, it ain't gonna be from a side dude position. It's gonna be from a taking her from you position. I don't plan on doing that. I don't want to do that. That's not my intent. But if I get your woman, I'm getting your woman, homie. I'm not accepting the end of the way. Now, I'm not saying that I can just go take anybody's woman. But what I'm saying, nigga, if you find out I'm with your woman, boy, she'd have moved on from you and you know it already. That's the reality of it. Man, she done been left you alone. She ain't think about you at all, bruh. I'm talking about she ain't think about you at all, bruh. It's a wrap for you, bruh. Let me tell y'all something about the woman who said, black men don't have no money. Let me hip y'all to something right now, man. A woman using you and marrying you for your income and to get half of your stuff ain't about what you got. It's about what she doesn't have. It's not about how much money you have. It's about how broke she is. See, there are women out here where your little $100,000 a year ain't nothing to them. They dealing with men that's millionaires. So you making $100,000 ain't worth their time to try to milk you out of. But there's a woman out there who your $100,000 she look at it like you rich. And that woman is the woman that will marry you and take half of your stuff. That's why you have to have very high standards when you deal with women. Very high standards. You understand? I just told a woman today, man, we had a conversation. I was like, look, Shawty, I'm going to be honest with you. When I put you on ice, it was an amazing feeling. The energy from you is negative. My life is better when I don't deal with you. And now with that knowledge, I would be a fool to continue to deal with you. That's what you men have. Man, let me tell you something. The difference between being a beta male simp mangina and being a man who is full of alpha energy, who just finds himself in a beta situation, is that when you're a beta male simp mangina, and this is not an attack on any beta male, man. This is me telling you that I understand your plight. And if you need some assistance to change your mindset, then come to me. See, let me tell you something. Everybody gonna tell you what you need to do. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to focus on this. You need to work hard. But none of these men are gonna tell you how to actually change your mindset. That's what I offer you. I tell you how to change your mindset. From looking at the things external to the things internal. See, I can say that because just saying it ain't going to teach nobody how to do it. You got to know how to do this. It takes a well-made up mind to do that. So when a woman looks at you and sees you as a gold mine, it doesn't matter what you have. There is some woman who sees you as a gold mine, even if you ain't got nothing but a car. There's a woman who is struggling just to get back and forth to work, and she would love to have a man with a vehicle who is willing to take her back and forth to work. She'll love on that man. She'll have sex with that man. She'll cook for that man. She'll clean for that man. She'll wash that man's clothes because you make her life easier. All women are is people who want their lives to be made easier. That's all it is. Even when it comes to sex, if a woman has to think about something else and reminisce and focus and squeeze her legs closed and all that, man, to have pleasure with you, she would rather have a man who gives her back-to-back pleasure without even trying. Just from inserting his wood into her, she gets off. She would rather have that, not because of any other reason, but it makes her life easier. Women are lazy by nature, man. They're lazy by nature. The only women who aren't lazy by nature are the women who go out there and get money and do all that and focus on getting their degrees and all that. But even those women want a provider. Every woman wants a provider, brothers. Every woman wants a provider. There are some women who don't need your provision in order to take care of themselves, but they still want a provider. Let me tell you the difference between a broke woman and a woman who gets into some money. A broke woman wants a man to provide for her immediately. A woman who's getting her own money, or one of those get money chicks, she wants a provider who is able to provide in case she gets pregnant and needs to take some time off. In case she's between jobs, she decides she want to change jobs or be an entrepreneur. She wants a man who can take care of her during those times. She wants a man who can take care of her when she can't take care of herself. The broke broad wants a man who can take care of her right now because she already can't take care of herself. It ain't no different having a woman with money. A woman with money would tell you, I just want a man who can match me. No, you don't want a man that can match you. You want a man that can maintain the lifestyle that you live if you decide you don't want to work no damn more. Come on, man. So, man, you got to keep in mind, man, that a woman don't care nothing about you being a nice guy, bro. It's okay for a woman not to care nothing about you being a nice guy. See, let me tell you the problem. Nice guys want women to care about them being nice guys, but women have never cared about them being nice guys. Nice guys want women to appreciate them, but they don't. Every woman feels like because she's a woman, she should be taken care of. So just because you'll take care of a woman does not make her respect you. She does not respect you being a provider. She feels like that's the least you can do is provide for her. And it don't even matter what she look like. Now I'm gonna tell you. Now, granted, the worse a woman looks, the more likely she is to take care of your ass. Just to be honest with you. If you're a man fresh out of prison, you've been in prison 10 years, man, you lost everything, man, you ain't got nothing, you come out, man, you get you a big girl, man, let you come live with a man, take care of you, man, until you get back on your feet. That's the reality of it. You fresh out the pen like that, man, a bad chick, man, that's driving the BMW, man, that's getting money, man, and got men in positions of prestige throwing themselves at her, man, you ain't got a snowball chance in hell again, fresh out of prison, man, going having that woman hold you down, man, until you catch feet. You ain't got no chance on that. And that's the best example I can give of the difference between the attraction level and women. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just feel like this, man. You have to keep in mind that a woman don't care nothing about you being a nice guy, bro.
It's the book of Alpha Running Man, homie. Read it or weep.